guys, what's up? It's Love Muffin here, and today I'm bringing you a special video. This is to celebrate Zombie Chronicles. You know, Black Ops 3 is getting a reboot, so I thought I might just do a special video for Black Ops 3 with some fun facts and some interesting things that, yeah, you'll know some of them, but some of them you might know about Black Ops 3, okay? And these also have quite a bit to do with most other zombies, so they're relevant in quite a few others, but it is focused on Black Ops 3. Okay. Double tap versus Pack-a-Punch. Now, I've seen this one debated so much, and so often I'll see people go at like round 7 or really freaking low rounds and just go and Pack-a-Punch their gun, and I'll just think, why are you spending 5,000 points on that? It's too much they're spending too early. I just buy perks. The first thing I do is, you know, get a gun that will work, which is practically anyone, and then get perks, okay? And then, you know, I'll get better guns, and then I'll Pack-a-Punch. I don't understand why people have to Pack-a-Punch so early. Now, some of them will say, oh, it's because our guns aren't strong enough, and it's because they actually don't know how to train and stuff, so they need stronger guns to survive. So, is it really worth Pack-a-Punching, or should you buy Double Tap instead? Well, we all know the cost of Double Tap 2.0 is 2,000 points, and it will double the damage per second of any weapon that you use. Every weapon, it just doubles damage per second. Now, Pack-a-Punch costs 5,000, and it will increase your damage per second from 1.25 times greater to 10 times greater, depending on the weapon. However, only 3 weapons in the entire game will increase by more than 3.5 times their initial damage value. And these are, well, 2 of them are very obvious. The MR6 and Death and Taxes, which starting pistol you expect to be a great increase, and the Shiva, which, you know, is a not very nice wall gun on the starting room. I personally prefer the RK5, and it increases 7.5 times damage when you Pack-a-Punch it, which is expected because it's rather shit to start with. The other gun, however, is slightly surprising, but in my opinion, still a shit gun all round, and that's the Argus. It gets 5 times the damage per second when you Pack-a-Punch it, but yeah, it's still not a bloody great gun. So, looking at this, you know, really economically, Double Tap costs 2,000, and all your weapon damage gets doubled. Pack-a-Punch costs 5,000, and on average it'll increase your damage per second by 3 times its initial value. So, for all the people that are saying, oh, Pack-a-Punch is so much better than Double Tap is actually a better / more cost-efficient way of increasing your damage. This is another interesting one. This is Speed Cola versus Fast Mags, because I know so many, well, I'm not going to say noobs, because admittedly quite a few of them are noobs, but quite a lot of people who insist on getting Speed Cola. Normally in my games, if I'm playing with randoms or friends or solo, I will get Widow's Wine, Juggernog, Double Tap, and Quick Revive, because I'm always the one reviving people in random matches for some reason. And then if I have extra perk, Gobblegum, I can't remember what's called, Unquenchable, I will normally then buy, if it's randoms or solo, I will buy Meal Kick and get another weapon, because that can be very helpful for ammo's sake. But if I'm playing with friends, not sure, I might get Stamina or something like that. It's debatable, I'll get whatever. However, I very rarely get Speed Cola, because what I've done is I've upgraded every weapon to get Fast Mags. I've done that a long time ago, and in my opinion, once you have Fast Mags, you don't need Speed Cola. Once you put them both on top of each other, it is ridiculous. And now I've got the stats to prove that you don't actually need Speed Cola. You just need to upgrade your weapons and get Fast Mags. Okay? Fast Mags is free, which is great. You just need to unlock it. Speed Cola costs 3 grand and takes up one of your precious perk slots. Speed Cola will halve the reload time. Whatever time it takes to reload your weapon, it will halve it. Fast Mags will reduce the reload time on average to 55% of its original value. So 5% faster. 5% slower than Speed Cola. But let's put this into perspective. What about reloading the slowest gun to reload in the game? Now, I actually thought this would be the Gorgon, personally, but it turns out it's actually the 48 Dredge is the slowest gun to reload, and it will take around 6 seconds to reload. So, with Speed Cola, that's 3 seconds. Great. With Fast Mags, 3.3 seconds. That's not much of a difference. You know, 0.3 of a second, you will notice it, but it's not that bad. I can afford to wait 0.3 seconds. So, okay, how about a more average gun rather than the slowest reloading gun? I'm not going to do the fastest one, because that's going to be the tiniest difference. But an average one, say the HVK 30, that reloads in 2.8 seconds, okay? So, Speed Cola will reload the HVK 0.14 of a second faster than Fast Mags. Now, let's put this even more in perspective. The average human reaction time for visual stimuli is 0.25 seconds. So, it's likely that the difference between Fast Mags and Speed Cola in this, for the HVK 30, is actually less than your visual reaction time. This does not mean you cannot notice. You will see a difference. But it is less than it takes for you to react to visual stimuli. So it's really nothing. It doesn't actually make much of a difference. Now this one is my absolute favourite, and it has actually made me laugh several times. This is headless zombies. Did you know that when you shoot off the head of a zombie, although the texture for the head of the zombie goes flying off, the hitbox for the head still remains. So if you shoot in the same places where a zombie's head used to be for a headless zombie, then you will still actually get a headshot and you can still kill. So in Black Ops 3 Zombies, you can in fact headshot a headless zombie. Can you die after a nuke goes off? Now, this was commonplace in Black Ops 1, maybe 2? I can't remember it happened in Black Ops 2, but I remember it happening in Black Ops 1. You know, you get a nuke, it would go off, and, you know, the zombies would still hit you, and they'd down you, and you die, and you just lose, because you got down after a nuke went off. And that has irritated me so much, and sent me into so many rages before. So, in Black Ops 3, they have definitely fixed it. Zombies can no longer hit you after a nuke has been triggered. However, you can still die after a nuke has been triggered. And I'm not talking about suicide, like jumping off the map or frickin' glitching or setting off a grenade. That does not count. Dogs, that's what I'm talking about. Dogs have a different in-game mechanic than zombies, and they can still hit you after a nuke has been triggered. You see, this is why dogs are the first ones to die when a nuke goes off. Like, if you'll ever notice in the Giant, when a nuke goes off, dogs will die first, and then the zombies will die off. It is because they can still hit you. I don't know why Treyarch just haven't made it so that they can't hit you at all, but they've done it this way around for some reason. And in higher rounds, when there's quite a few dogs near you, if you get a nuke, they still have time to hit you once or twice before they'll die. And I have actually been downed a couple of times on the Giant because of dogs. So if this ever happens to you, I feel your pain. It is very pain-inducing, but yeah, it's just something to look out for. So watch out for those sneaky dogs. Now this one is one of great debate. The best alternate ammo type. Now this is when you double pack punch a gun and it sets off that special effect that is called an alternate ammo type. Now, so many people argue about so many different ones of these being the best, because what one is strictly the best? Well, not any single one is the best. It depends what you want and what you like, because personally, what I like isn't what a lot of other people like. But yeah, depending on what you look for, will depend on what is the best for you. Because if you're looking for damage, 2 alternate ammo types have truly infinite damage. The rest do not do unlimited damage. They have a limit to the damage, and will eventually not kill as many zombies. Fireworks is the best of these, really, because the bullets fired from the fireworks effect will have unlimited damage and will always one-shot kill. No matter what, it will always kill. And then there is Deadwire, which although it does not kill instantly, it does actually do infinite damage. Up to any round, Deadwire will one-shot kill every zombie it electrocutes. Turned, however, this is a common misconception. It does not have unlimited damage. It has a set amount of damage every hit, and so the higher the rounds, eventually, Turned zombies will not one-hit kill other zombies. However, they still do kill very fast because they do have a very high damage, but it will not always one-hit kill. Blast Furnace. This is the famous one. This is the most favourite, I reckon. This is the most people like Blast Furnace, I reckon. Blast Furnace has radial damage, and it will always kill a few zombies. The centre of where it is set off has unlimited damage. However, as the radius increases, the damage decreases exponentially. And as the zombies get further away, they might get ignited, but they won't always die. And this effect can be seen more and more in higher rounds. The higher the round, the more you'll see this. A few zombies in the centre will die, but then the rest will catch on fire and just get put out eventually, because it only ticks for a certain amount of time. Thunderwall also has radial damage, and it will always kill a few zombies in the centre, but again, further from the centre, it will get exponentially worse, and eventually it will just trip over the zombies. Like, you get, like, the damage, you get the instant kill, the damage, and then the zombies just, like, fall over. So you see this as well as the rounds get higher, but not as much as you do with Blast Furnace. However, what if you're not looking for just damage? What if you want the most kills per use? Not the most kills per second. This is completely irrelevant of recharges. This is the most kills per use. Fireworks is a very good one here. However, it's not the best, because it is only limited by being able to kill the spawn limit of zombies. So it can kill every zombie that's spawned in, however it is limited to that, because maybe one zombie might spawn in close enough to get killed again by it, but not very many will. Deadwire also isn't the best here, but it is still very good. For its arc lightning, which is similar to the Wunderwaffe, can only affect a set number of zombies. It is around 15 zombies it can affect. Turned. This is where Turned shines. Turned has the highest of all. It can kill more than the spawn limit of zombies. Most people don't believe this, but if your Turned zombie doesn't die, it can keep killing past the point where it's killed every zombie that spawned, and it can kill more than the spawn limit. Blast Furnace is debatably worse than Deadwire. In lower rounds, it will kill up to the spawn limit, because you can fit every zombie in the spawn limit in the Blast Furnace radius. However, as the rounds get higher, the zombies' health gets higher, and they get more health, and therefore, the radial damage doesn't become enough quite often, and eventually, once you get to a high enough round, it will only kill about 5 zombies per use, and that's where Deadwire becomes better than Blast Furnace for killing zombies per use. And Thunderwall, again, it's just shit. Even at low rounds, it'll only kill around 10 zombies per use, and just like Blast Furnace, when you get into the higher rounds, it'll only kill about 5 per use. So it's not really looking too good for Thunderwall. What about recharge rates, it's good being able to kill lots of zombies in one use, but what's the use if the recharge rate is, a couple of minutes? I mean, no, actually a couple of minutes. But, you know, the more often you can use it, the more often you can kill zombies. So, you know, that's a good thing. Well, Fireworks here has a recharge of around 20 seconds per use. So after you've used, you have to wait about 20 seconds before it's possible to set it off again. Now this is the slowest of all. Deadwire, this is its top tier thing. This is what Deadwire excels at. It has the fastest recharge of any alternate ammo type, only 5 seconds. So if you set it off as soon as you can do 4 activations of Deadwire in the time that it takes to do 1 activation of Fireworks. Turned is very slow. It is similar to Fireworks, but it is actually slightly faster. It is around 17 seconds between charges. Blast Furnace, although most people think it's fast, it is average here. It is the middle ground. It has a recharge of 10 seconds, so twice as much as Deadwire, but half as much as Fireworks. And Thunderwall, you know what, this is actually, it's second here. This is the best Thunderwall's getting. It has got a recharge of 8 seconds, so slightly faster than Blast Furnace, but still quite a bit slower than Deadwire, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. That's the one thing it's good at. Okay, one last thing is, what if you need points? Because a lot of people will, you know, go down and you've got to buy all your perks and they'll cost like 10, 20k, you know, and you got to keep buying gobble gums depending on what you're doing, you know, so eventually you might run out of points and you got to keep buying ammo because you got to buy new guns. So in high rounds you will eventually, maybe, if you go down you will eventually run out of points. Well, Fireworks just gives you the points for a kill shot on each zombie, so that's just 50 points per zombie that it kills. Deadwire also will only give you 50 points per kill. However, it does have a faster recharge, so you can use it more often to gain more points. But it is still only 50 points per zombie. Turned, not so good here. It will give you no points per kill, and the kills that your turn zombie gets do not count towards your total kills. Blast Furnace, this is where it is great. You know, if you're low on points, get Blast Furnace and just use it. It's amazing. Because you'll get 50 points for each zombie that it kills, and then you'll get 10 points for each zombie that is ignited on fire per damage tick. So after a certain amount of time, it will tick and it will do damage, and you get 10 points for each zombie that it does that to, as well as then 50 points on top for every zombie that it kills. Thunderwall is the same as everyone else, essentially. You get 50 points per zombie killed, no more, no less. That's just it. So, what one truly is the best? In my opinion, Deadwire is. That is my favourite, just because you can use it so often, it will always one-hit kill, and you can kill quite a lot of zombies with it. Used to be Blast Furnace. Blast Furnace, trust me, used to be my favourite, but in the really high rounds, it doesn't kill very many zombies. It's very good if you need points, but it doesn't kill very many zombies. I normally like to have one weapon with Deadwire and one weapon with Fireworks. I'll have like an SMG or something with a fast fire rate, but a lot of ammo for Fireworks, and then, for Deadwire, and then for Fireworks, you know, I might have a shotgun or a sniper, or just another LMG or SMG or assault rifle, because Fireworks will kill a lot of zombies, so it is great for that if you need to revive someone or something like that. Now, we all know that in previous games like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, I'm not sure about World at War actually, that pack-punching weapon will give you attachments. You know, in Black Ops 2, you know, you could continuously pack-punch it and you get different attachments. Okay, that's all cool, but did you know that in Black Ops 3, it does still give you attachments? And I mean, it's obvious that it still gives you extended mags. That is very clear because you get a larger mag. However, most people haven't noticed that it will actually give you high caliber and FMJ attachments on your weapon when you pack-a-punch them. Now, these will stay consistent no matter how many times you pack-punch them. They will always be FMJ and high caliber. So, really, a pack-a-punch gun actually has a larger pierce than a non-pack-a-punched gun. So it can pierce through more zombies. Each bullet can pierce through more zombies, which is great for snipers. That is great. Even assault rifles, that's great. SMGs a bit less so, but it is still just great being able to get that on your gun. Now, I have to say sorry to a lot of people for this one. This is about the ray gun, and I'm sorry, but it is not good in Black Ops 3. I will explain myself, but yes, it was a great gun, and a necessity even, in, you know, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3, it is not good, I'm sorry. But, like, every other weapon, well, bullet weapon, ignoring the explosives, you can get alternate ammo types that do unlimited damage, some of them, and others will do much more than any other weapon you can buy. And the ray gun just isn't as strong. As you reach into the 20s and 30s of rounds, you'll see it getting weaker and weaker. The ray gun will eventually start to take quite a few bullets to kill. And so most people just go, oh yeah, pack-a-punch it then. You know, just pack-a-punch the ray gun and it will become so much stronger. No, that does not happen. Even in previous games, it does not happen. An unpack-a-punch ray gun in all Call of Duty Zombies will do 1000 direct damage and between 300 and 1500 splash damage. When you pack-a-punch it, the Porter's X2 ray gun will also do 1000 direct damage, and then it will do between 300 and 2000 splash damage. So by pack-a-punching the ray gun, you don't actually get a considerable damage increase. You get a slight damage increase to the top end of splash damage. The bottom is still the same, it is still 3000. Yes, it has a slightly larger splash radius, but it is not considerable, and the damage increase is not considerable. The direct damage is in fact the exact same. The only essential benefits from pack-a-punching it is you get the higher mag capacity. That is about it. And, you know, trust me, when you get into the 50s or higher, and you get out of the ray gun, you're like, okay, cool, I'll take out this train. It will take about a mag of ray gun to kill a few zombies, really. It won't kill them all. Where you could just pull out an alternate ammo type, bang bang, oh, the entire train is gone because fireworks just eliminated every zombie that had spawned in. I'm sorry, but frankly, it's not very good, because it's not good for points racking either, so you can't use it. Well, you can, but it's not that good for low rounds, unless you're trying to do like an Easter egg or something that you just need kills, but it's not very good for points. It's just not a good gun anymore. I'm sorry. Now, to finish on a light note, I just want to point out something that both pros and noobs will do, and we do this much more than we'd like to admit. It's what I like to call insta-chill. This is when someone gets an insta-kill, and it's not too high of a rounds, you know, it's pretty relaxed. So everyone just relaxes, maybe gets a bit too cocky, ends up, you know, knifing that zombie that perhaps they shouldn't, getting trapped in a corner, you know, running out of ammo on your mag, and just goes down on insta-kill. Now, this is happening to me far more than I would like to admit. And yeah, it's just, I'd like to remind you all, just because it's insta-kill, that does not mean that you can insta-chill. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!